Kalkadosh Boker Or Bekiim Bahalacha 4, day 33, Siman 25, Siman Kafei, page 87, Halacha Samech Vav. Yeah, 66. Hamvarech al atfilin v'nichan. Imagine right now you make a bracha on the tefillin and you put them on. ואחר כך, and afterwards, מצא תפילין אחרות מהודרות יותר. So imagine afterwards you come and you find better tefillin. Right? So, yeah. So what happens? You want to put on the better ones. You don't have to make a new bracha. ואף על פי שמחליף טלית דתו, טליתו, דת רבים וכן שלמים שצריך לברך על טלית אחרת. בטלית, yes. מכל מקום יש לחלק בזה בין טלית לתפילין. We want to make a differentiation between a טלית and תפילין. יש מי שכתב, but some people say, שמרן ראשון לציון חזר בו, וסבר שיש לו לברך על התפילין אחרת, you should make a ברכה. משום שכך נמצא כתוב בספר האשכול לגבי מזוזה. That's what's brought down, בספר האשכול לגבי מזוזה. זאת אומרת, מה קורה אם אתה שמת מזוזה? Right? And all of a sudden you place the mezuzah, and then you realize that I have a better mezuzah, more meudar. So I want to switch the mezuzah. So the Eshkol says you have to make a new beracha. So just like by mezuzah, you would have to make a new beracha when I'm switching from a inferior one to a better mezuzah, right? Azoto dovar, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to do it when you're putting on more tefillin. So to be chovat all the poskim, tov sheyafsik v'yaseh sechadat, make a pasek to a sechadat before you're putting on the other tefillin. Yeah, you understood? Make a sek, and then you're going to make a bracha. Fine. Footnotes. Yeah, basically it was only one halacha today, but let's do the footnotes. Footnotes number 91. Changing a talit. The Achronim rule that if someone recited a bracha on the talit and decides later to change it into a different talit, he has to make the bracha again when putting on the second talit. This is based upon the Rosh. This ruling is repeated by the Ben Ish Chai and the Maran and Shalom Tzion, that the Shalom Tzion added that this is the halacha even if the person took off the first talit intending to put on the second one. He repeated this in the Yabia Omer as well. The Zera Emet comes and he makes a differentiation between talit and tefillin. One would think that the same halacha would be to do with tefillin. However, the Shut Zera Emet comes and he says, if someone put on a pair of tefillin and then one of the straps snapped into two, it is not necessary to make another beracha if he puts on the second pair of tefillin. If the strap snapped before the person managed to secure the tefillin in his arm, however, then he will have to make another beracha. But if not, no. The Chachamim explain what's the difference. The difference between the mitzvah and tefillin is there's no obligation for a person to put on tzitzit unless he wears a four-cornered garment. As soon as someone takes off the garment, he has no obligation to put on another one. So if he chooses to put on another talit, so therefore he's obligated to make a new beracha. But by tefillin, you're obligated to wear the tefillin as long as you can during the day. So when someone takes off one pair of the tefillin and puts on another pair of the tefillin, so therefore obviously you have to make you don't have to make another beracha because it's not the same thing. When you have the talit on, I'm going to take off the talit. Do you have to put on another one? No, unless you have a four-corner garment. But you don't. So you're not obligated. So if you're not obligated to put on another one, when you want to put on another one, you have to make a beracha. The tefillin, you're obligated to have the tefillin on all day. So for even when you take one off, you're going to put on a better one. But it doesn't matter. You don't need to make another beracha. But it's still one mitzvah. You're all obligated. Meaning, if it wasn't for the fact that nowadays that you eat and you do this and you do, you would have tefillin all day. Right? You would be in tefillin all day. So because of that, he says there's a distinction. But what about the Sefer HaEshkol? The Sefer HaEshkol is talking about Hilchot Mezuzah. The Halacha Brura states that when someone changed another pair of tefillin, he must say beracha. There's no room for the principle of Sefer Berachol Hakel. This is because of the Sefer HaEshkol. He says that if you're going to switch one mezuzah for another one, you have to make a new beracha. The mitzvah, the first mezuzah ends when you remove it from the doorpost. And he says that the first beracha can no longer cover it anymore. So it would be the same halacha with the tefillin as well. Actually, the logic is even stronger regarding to tefillin. When someone removes a mezuzah, his obligation of mezuzah there remains in full force. Even so, the Eshkol still says you need a new beracha. When someone takes off a pair of tefillin, he's not obligated to put on any tefillin again in that day. Certainly, therefore, if he puts on the second pair of tefillin, right? So technically, maybe he doesn't need to make a bracha. So therefore, again, he concluded that now that the Eshkol's ruling has been revealed to us through the manuscript's publication, so therefore, obviously, you would have to hold by the Sefer Eshkol, and because of that, what you do is you would have to make a new bracha. So in order to make sure that you're going to avoid the debate, so therefore, that's what it says on the bottom of the page 89. So therefore, what you do is make a hefsek. Once you mean a hefsek, you would have to make a bracha according to everybody. Yes, but you have to make a hefsek. You make a hefsek, right? You do a sechadat, and now you're going to make a new beracha, and you put on the more mehudar tefillin.